welcome to Pointed Logic Tarot. Today is just going to be an old-fashioned unboxing for a deck that I pre-ordered off of thrift books. So, for those in the US, if you're still shopping on Amazon, I challenge you to try out thrift books, because not only do they have tons of great used books, but they also have tarot decks, and they have decks you can pre-order. So I noticed some people saying that the pre-order on this thing has been going longer and longer on Amazon for this Happy Halloween tarot, but with some people saying it's even out till December now. But on thrift books, the release date was set to November 15th, and here it is November 14th with my copy arriving. So that's kind of nifty. This is the first mass market deck I've ever pre-ordered, and the reason is I have eagerly watched Sony's art and creation on Instagram. I missed the Kickstarter for this deck when it was an indie deck, and honestly, I'm glad that I waited, because this is a really nice and very affordable version of the deck. So I've been eagerly awaiting it. Luckily for me, the way I celebrate the Halloween season is 3 weeks before and 3 weeks after the date. So I do have a little bit more time before I jump into Yule, and we'll be celebrating with this deck. So we've got an insert here. This is a kind of a large box. This is US Games. We have a soft cover book. The book is larger than the deck. Looks like you get about the same for the majors as you do the minors. Did Sony write the guidebook? Looks like it. I am excited to look into this. There looks like there's a poem and introduction, so I will be reading that right after I make this video. The box is wrapped in plastic. The deck is wrapped in plastic. Looks like we've got a matte colored edging, which is kind of neat. Does anyone else get super nervous when you watch people do this online? Like, are they gonna mess up their cards or cut themselves with this, an oversized tool for the job? Yeesh. And actually, I know I said here it is November 14th, but I believe this actually arrived yesterday. I was traveling for work this week, so I actually just got home and was like, I'm gonna film this before I go pick up my child from daycare. So this arrived 2 days ahead of the supposed release date. Okay, sorry you're watching me do this painful removal of plastic. Publishers, enough with the plastic wrap. Just give us a little paper sleeve around the cards. Or nothing. There we go. Okay. So, it has a matte gray edge that is kind of like, it's darker than silver for sure. but it's certainly lighter than black. Interesting. I've never seen cards with this kind of edge, but I do think it kind of goes well. This is standard tarot size, and it is a linen finish. I have not handled US Games linen finish in cardstock before, so I'm excited about that. Here's the backs. I believe the backs match the original. They might be tweaked a little bit. They look busier, but I'll have to go find it. Ooh, and it is reversible even with the copyright. Do you see the copyright hiding in here? It's down there and up here. I know I am a little bummed that the skeletons' heads are cut off on the side, because if you want to be pedantic, you can tell if you were looking at the skeleton heads which is reversed. I feel like they're all cut off at the same spot though. So I don't know if that's, I think that's just silly of me. But I think the backs are cool. And they're very, you know, candy corn in a box, which is a little bit the color theme and scheme of this deck. All right. This is a pip deck. And you know, I don't remember. I might have actually hesitated on the Kickstarter in the first place because I wasn't confident with pips yet. The High Priestess might be my favorite card. I remember I continued to like look that picture up on Sony's Instagram. These pumpkin characters give me over the garden wall energy. I love that they're different colored backgrounds. So justice is at 8. See? Which means strength is 11. I don't know if there have been tweaks to the artwork. It looks all the same. I know that the cardstock on the indie version was a gloss. So, again, I like that this is a matte linen. The linen does not at all impact the artwork. It's in fact kind of even hard to see it. You have to really look. See it? But like, you look at it matte, flat, it's crisp artwork. The world is cool. All right, we start with the wands. I knocked the box down. And I believe that Sony chose Spanglish titles for the courts. Yes, I remember that. Courts are some of my favorites in this deck. Like, sometimes courts in tarot can be really samey or bland, but these ones just, each character has really strong personality. That Six of Swords is cool. The Hanged One is a bat, right? Okay, this is the Eight of Swords. I get that it's a trap, but also it's kind of has a noose, so I wanted to compare. Look at this little imp thing. This person's like, I'm just trying to sleep on my glum rain cloud. Oh, I was about to say, where's the 10 swords? But there's like a border in a border here. Yeah, I think the quartz are really good. I think they're really well done. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna divide these up based on the backgrounds and see if there's one, like if orange is the dominant background in here or if they're evenly split. Because like we just went past a yellow background and I don't think that one is very common in the deck. And there's more than one shade of orange too. Really fun. Oh, look at this one with the cup. The King of Cups. We've got a brain and a heart. This little bat is a master of balancing them. I love the little nods that are in here. These are definitely pips with feelings where you could go straight up on the numerology, or you could say, oh, there's these things in the imagery that is informing me. And we have sort of character themes for each suit. So let's look at the majors. So in wands, brooms are the wands. And then for the quartz, we've got witches. And then swords, we've got ghosties. Oh no, there's skeletons and stuff too. So it's the swords, obviously. And then the ghosties are the theme of the quartz. And then with the cups, the hearts are heavily prominent, which I like. And then bats for quartz, which I really like them too. And then finally, which it really does make sense, pumpkins and pentacles. Very, you know, harvest, earthly, and so we've got pumpkin people, which again, I think of over the garden wall because they're skeletons with pumpkin heads here. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the inner border, but I really like it. It's elaborate, but it's not super obtrusive. It houses the numbers well. Yeah. I'm going to do a couple of deck bonding exercises with this one, I think, where I'm going to sort with the cards that I immediately click with, cards that I feel neutral on, and cards I'm not so sure about. But let's give this sucker a shuffle. Oh yeah, I like that. So it's pretty snappy cardstock. Like for linen, this is fairly stiff. Not like in a, this is much too stiff way, but like way stiffer than make playing cards linen, for example. You got that signature linen whistle. And I will also say it has a very strong smell. It smells very inky, so it might sit a couple of nights out of its box to air out. But the handle's really nice. Yeah, well done, Sony. Congrats on going mass market and on getting your deck published with this really nice quality. I'm sure you had a lot of say on the specifications you wanted. And kudos to US Games for, you know, I think I paid $18 for this on Thrift Books. What's the retail price? I don't see it. I'm pretty sure the retail price is $26 or something. $25. Doesn't say on the box. But it feels very high quality. Like, it gives me indie energy for sure. And let's just lay a few cards out. I think with pip decks, I tend to use more cards. For some folks, it might be a deal breaker with the different colored backgrounds. And they're not suit-based, but I really like them. It's a Halloween party in a box. So you can very immediately see what the suit is, and they all have numbers. You know, sometimes a script font or handwritten font is not the most accessible. This is clear to me as far as reading it. I don't know for folks who aren't used to reading cursive if it's frustrating. I would love thoughts on the font from you in the comments if you like it or wish it was something more. Oh, and look, there's some with different colors. I didn't even notice that. So they're not all black font. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do some like sorting the cards based on the colors and stuff. I am very curious. So I understand why they would be white on the black background. But like some of them have orange font. I'm very curious the percentage. There isn't just one with orange font, is there? That's hilarious. There might be. It might just be the Ace of Wands. I could be off, though. but I didn't see another one. It's not too slippy of linen either. See, you can plunk it down and it doesn't go everywhere. But obviously it does spread out nicely. So yeah, that is the Happy Halloween Tarot deck. I'm going to crack open the book and read a little bit more about Sony's intentions and interpretations of this deck. I think it's really nice. Hope you enjoyed, and take care.